All right. A sponsor company is the one sponsoring or paying for the trial. This is going to be the pharmaceutical company who, through research and development, has found a molecule. We'll just call it a molecule. It's not necessarily a drug, just so you know as we talk about things. There's molecules, and there could also be medical devices that they think could help patients beyond what's already on the market. It's either that it's a better product, they think, based on their current research, or that it's just as good as something else but has fewer side effects. These are both very important things that we want to offer people. So they are the sponsor, and they come up with the protocol. The protocol is what we follow, right? A protocol is what you follow. So they then have to hire people to actually see the patients. This is the clinical research site. So a clinical research site has coordinators, is what we usually call them, clinical research coordinators, and they are going to consent the patients, see the patients, along with the principal investigator or a sub-investigator. These are going to be physicians, dentists, psychologists, nurse practitioners, physician's assistants. They're all going to help see the patient just like they would see other patients, but this time it's going to be within the clinical trial at the site. So these are all site people. Okay, that seems like enough people. That is not enough people. Another category of people are going to interview on this, and it's a very big, large part of our industry, are people associated with a CRO, a clinical research organization. The people who work here, I mean, obviously there's a lot. You always have people at HR, finance, but the people who work here are usually called CRAs, which can be clinical research assistants or clinical research associates, but they come out and monitor the data of the clinical research site and report it back. They're an intermediary between the sponsor and the site, kind of to help the sponsor company focus on what they do, which is finding new molecules, marketing those molecules, once they get FDA approval, having the FDA approval people there, how to write up protocols, all of it. And then the site are seeing the patients. The CROs are going to help do a lot of the other things, like hire vendors for labs, negotiate contracts, monitor the data that the sites do. If sponsor does not always hire a CRO, but there will be someone then at the sponsor doing that same job. Okay, so you have CRAs at CROs and at sponsors. The other category I'm going to interview about is the IRB, which is Institutional Review Board. And this you should actually think of as Ethical Review Board. And they're the people who do a lot of the regulatory work to make sure to work with the sponsor in writing their protocol and making sure that it statistically has enough people to get the data, because what you don't want to do is have people enter a clinical trial and it doesn't serve the purpose. And so a poorly written protocol, or one that doesn't seem to express itself well, is not very good for people, for the industry, anything. And they also help write the informed consent form. I'm saying they write them, but they help to make sure that they can be read by a lot of people. So this is a very, it's ethics driven, and it's something that we don't necessarily think about. So if you want to see patients, you're more likely to want to be on the site side, although there are jobs that don't see patients on the site side, just so you know. If you want to go in and help with the data and review medical records and see that the site collected the data appropriately, that would be a CRA role. If you would like to be on the ethics side, where you'll never see a patient in those, and you're trying to help to make sure everything is ethically sound, that is the part you would be on, is the IRB side. So I hope that helps as a primer. I know that was confusing. We'll probably have to release this in 2 parts so I can put a lot of notes in here for you. But do stay tuned. I look forward to seeing you.